Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers!
Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
Tonight we're talking about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 6, Out of Gas.
Out of gas. And I just want to let everybody know, I'm going to give you a snippet from the life of a real housewife. Okay? The joys of. So I have hives on my face, which I've covered. And yesterday at work, I work for a podiatrist, I stabbed myself in the hand with a nice dirty scalpel and then proceeded to pass out. So that's the joys of real housewives, okay?
A real housewife.
A real housewife, all right? So those were my problems.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's having a good week.
Yeah. I know we're not going to talk about it tonight because we're going to do a separate episode about it, but did you watch Wife Swap with Angie K?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
All I'm going to say is this. If you didn't already love Angie K,
you would love her now.
I feel like you're going to love her after this episode.
I already love her.
Yeah. And she's totally Angie K. She is herself, but it's very interesting. I really like the Real Housewife edition of this. I know there's only been one, but I would imagine that the ones they've chosen will all wind up, like Angie, because I like the ones they chose.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for that.
It's good.
All right. So first we have Heather and Angie fueling up for the morning with their coffee. And so now we know that Heather puts whipped cream in her coffee and Angie drinks hers out of a metal straw. Good to know.
People do that for wrinkles. Is that what it is? Oh, no. What? Straws give you wrinkles.
Straws give you wrinkles, girl.
People do it so it doesn't make your teeth yellow. That's what it is. That's what it is. I knew there was a reason.
Okay.
I'm so far gone between the red wine, the coffee, and the smoking.
I'll forget it.
There's no hope.
And then they're on a FaceTime call. So I have a question. This is my question for our listeners. Do you people FaceTime when you make phone calls? Like, unless I have something, I want to show somebody something. Like, I don't know if it's an age thing.
I do not FaceTime because I typically look like this.
Yeah, and who wants to see that?
Nobody. Sorry, people. I work from home today. There's no makeup, no hair done.
No, so I'm very curious as to whether you people, our listeners, whether you guys do a lot of FaceTime calls. I'm just really curious about that.
Yeah. The only time I'll FaceTime is if my kids are away. I make them FaceTime with me.
Okay.
At night. And Kai, my nephew's son, who's only 8, like first day of school, or I'll FaceTime him when there's something going on. Yeah. But other than that, nope.
No. Yeah, I was just wondering about that. I was curious.
I bet you they do it because they're on camera on Real Housewives. Like, I'm sure, because this way production can see both sides of the conversation without one camera being at Angie's, or although one camera was at Angie's and one camera was at Heather's.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just for a cinematic thing, but I'm just curious as to whether people do that. So they're talking about Angie's situation with Mary, and it's interesting. Angie says how she was much closer with Lisa at one point, but cares way more about her relationship with Mary than she ever did with Lisa.
I think that her relationship with Lisa was surface level. And I think that maybe at one point she thought it was more and then realized it was not.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah. And it almost sounds like Angie regrets her friendship with Lisa.
I mean, wouldn't you?
She did kind of say she felt like it was a waste of time.
Yeah.
And she said that it showed sides of herself that she doesn't like.
Right. Which is, when your friends, your partner, those people should bring out the better side of you.
Not the worst.
Not the worst.
Absolutely. And she says Lisa hurts others and never cries about it. She's too busy crying about how she looks or how others see her. And then she explains that she was feeling very protective over everybody at that table, not just herself. She was kind of saying that's why she was so jacked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I mean, she has said, "I'm not gonna let you bully me," because she feels like Lisa bullies everybody.
And she does.
Well, I mean, we see it later on. I know we'll get there, but
Yeah,
with the scene with Heather in that boutique, I mean,
please.
you
Please.
know,
So Angie says Lisa just doesn't get it. And Heather says she doesn't need Lisa to be perfect or good, but just to acknowledge and listen and feel like conversations are, a two-way thing. So Angie doesn't know if Lisa's capable of change, and Heather thinks that their friend group has the best chance of helping her change. What do you think?
I feel like Heather is getting a little bit over her head. I don't know why she thinks this friend group can change Lisa, because even Meredith and Lisa, did you watch the season where Lisa's hot mic moment when she was talking about Meredith, or was that prior?
Was she was in the bathroom or something on a trip?
And
I didn't
she
I
said
didn't watch it, but I've seen.
she's fucked half of New York City.
Mhm.
I mean, the things she said about Meredith, that's not a friend.
No.
She's just proven to. I think that all of her these are show relationships. These are show friends. These
Right.
aren't real friends.
Right.
She's not hanging out with any one of them off camera.
No.
So why Heather thinks she can have some kind of impact on Lisa, I don't know.
And Heather says in her heart of hearts, in her confessional, she believes Lisa is capable of admitting fault. She just hasn't seen her do it.
We shall
I feel
see.
like, and let's just clarify this for the listening, watching audience. When we're discussing these characters on the show, we're not discussing who Lisa Barlow really is, although she might be just who she appears to be on that show. But when we look at it and discuss it, we're discussing a character that's being played on a scripted television show. So for all you people who like to get up all in our grills about how we're bullies or we're saying mean things about people, keep in mind, please, that just because it says reality television doesn't mean that it is actual reality.
And either way, this is who they're choosing to show us.
Absolutely.
They're making the choice.
You're willing to broadcast it out there that this is who you are.
Right.
So then when you
Like
get a comment
Brittany,
about
I
it.
think, is completely 100% playing a character.
Mhm.
I don't think we're getting the real Brittany. I think that Brittany is playing someone on TV because I think she wants to be an actress. I'll be honest with you. I think that that's
I think that they're
what the
all on
deal
this
with Brittany
show.
is.
They're all on this show because they want to be actresses.
Yeah, but her, like, I think she really wants a career in Hollywood being an actress.
Definitely.
And I think that Jared does too. And I think that this whole relationship thing is a bunch of bullshit between them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I have no problem talking trash on Brittany.
Yeah, there you go. And Heather says if they all can't enjoy themselves on a super yacht, then they are all some sad bitches, which I'll go with her on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I am excited for this trip because I love Captain Jason.
Okay.
Because he's from Below Deck.
Oh, so it's
Down Under.
It's
a crossover because we're going to see it on Housewives, and apparently you're going to see it on Below Deck. I've actually stopped watching Below Deck because it's a little too much for me now. Like the current season, I had no interest. But I'll probably watch Down Under with Captain Jason.
Okay.
I'm kind of over Captain Sandy, and I do not like Captain Kerry, so but I'll watch Jason.
All right, good to know.
All right, the next scene made me very uncomfortable.
Really? You were uncomfortable?
Bronwyn and Todd?
Yeah. I loved her outfit and her shoes. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I just feel like Todd does not want anything to do with being on camera. And at this point, I wish housewives who have partners and kids who don't want to be on camera would stop forcing these people to be on camera. Because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, he is very, he can be uncomfortable to watch. I mean, but the whole thing with the cherry, though, he plucked her cherry off her sundae. I think he just fucks with her. So I thought it was funny.
100%. And that was actually like a funny moment between them. But you can just tell he doesn't want any.
No, he doesn't want
like the way this is looking for his wife. Like he doesn't like the way she's being portrayed.
But who can blame him
at all?
Yeah,
I don't
who can
blame him
blame
at
him?
all.
Yeah. Because I wanna put it out there this way. I think that he must really and truly adore her
Yeah,
because this is not something that's good for them. This is not something he wants. He doesn't think it's an intelligent choice, but he's letting her do it because obviously it's something that she wants to do.
right,
So,
right.
kinda look at it from that perspective.
Yeah. But she's, like, looking for, like well, she said, like, she didn't raise her voice, she wasn't in the middle of the chaos.
Well, yeah, she wanted a prize. She wanted a pat on the back, like,
She wanted
she wants
validation,
she wants
she
approval
wants his
from
approval,
him. Yeah, and that's
which we
kinda
just talked about this with somebody else, like,
it's
Angie
kinda sad.
last week. Was that who?
I don't remember. There's so many shows.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Who can keep track?
Yeah.
So, she even says in her confessional, Todd's over this circle of women, and he told her that she can't be shocked to keep showing up at this circus and then be shocked by the clownery, which is
Yeah, exactly.
so true. So true.
I liked when she asked him to suspend his bullshit meter for a minute. I did like that. I mean, I do think listen, I think they're a great couple. I like them, but I think that he just wants absolutely no part of this. So when he's on camera, although at the end, that wasn't uncomfortable at the end.
Yeah, yeah. So, Lisa says she's kinda second guessing herself with her relationship with Lisa and that the apology is an avenue to move forward. And then she starts talking to Todd about the psychic. And Todd is like not having it. He thinks
Right.
it's like total bullshit.
Yeah.
And see, but this is just a typical guy thing.
Eric
Where
would say the same thing if I came home and told him
you
that.
can't have give guys such a hard, like, don't expect more from them than what they're capable of. Todd was looking at this conversation like, she's talking about a psychic. I think a psychic is bullshit. Bronwyn's looking at the conversation as, this is how the psychic made me feel, and you're saying that's bullshit. But that's not what he said. But you see, like, the weird dynamic
Yeah,
that goes
for
on with
sure.
people, with,
For sure.
boys and girls?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, gosh, then we go to the scene with Lisa and John. So, my first question is, here's another question for the audience. If you're going on a trip, do you pack in the living room? Why is she packing in the living room? I pack in my bedroom
Well, but
where my
think about who
closet
we're
is.
talking about here. We're talking about a group of women who have probably in their closet the same amount of clothes you, me, and Wendy all together have in our closet. These women, especially Lisa, have a tremendous amount of clothes, and they have stylists. So her stylist could have brought all these things over, left them in her living room, and that's why she's packing. I don't
Mm.
even believe she packs for herself. I believe this was just a made up
It's just a
scene,
little
and she's
fluff.
got somebody who packs for her, quite honestly. But
Oh,
yeah, it's not like you and me opening up our dresser drawers in our closet and packing from there. These women don't roll like that.
so funny because I'm thinking to myself, who packs in their living room? What are you doing?
She probably had a stylist either go through her closet and pick stuff out for her or bring other stuff, plopped it in her living room, and that's where we're at.
But the whole scene itself was just so obnoxious. Bring me one suitcase. No, make it two. But, I usually go for 7 to 10 days, but this is
Yeah.
only 3. I guess I'll survive.
Yeah, she's
And,
like, I get it'll be fun for a 3-day trip, but I'm used to a 7 to 10-day trip.
yeah, and when you and I went on our yacht, we remember I brought 9 suitcases? The staff on that yacht probably wanted to throw her overboard.
The
Boating
thing
is
that
not a 9 suitcase place. I don't give a shit how big the yacht is. It's not what you do.
right, and
It's not what you do.
here's the thing. Yeah, and first of all, you're going on a yacht. Like, you probably weren't even supposed to bring that much unless it was just
No!
literally you and John on the yacht
It
because it goes
doesn't
by
matter.
weight and shit. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. See, it is not a place for overabundance on a yacht. Even if it's a big mega yacht. No, it's just not that. It's not the deal.
No, and the sad I'm starting to feel bad for Lisa because she's so concerned with what people think of her. Like, here's a scene between she and her husband, and she's still putting on this front, like,
Most definitely.
you
Oh,
know,
most definitely. Yeah,
about her
'cause
lifestyle. It's like,
yeah,
you're just talking to your husband. Like,
husband, right.
you don't
Stop.
you don't need to flex to
No,
your own husband.
husband, right. And then so she brings up the psychic and communication problem. And it's amazing because she brings this up saying that the psychic said they have a communication problem. John tries to speak and she cuts him off mid-sentence. I'm like, "Oh my God. Like, what are you even doing? Do you not?" She has no self-awareness. And
No.
he asked her how she felt when the psychic told him that they're not on the same page. And her answer is so telling. A long pause. There's a part of me that, like, yeah, it's true. She can't even be honest with him and herself.
Right.
It's
That's what I'm
just
saying.
it's
Yeah.
just one big circle jerk. It's like it's
Right.
amazing.
And, she said that, like, there wasn't one catalyst for her to feel this way. Um, it's been a slow burn since they got married. She's exhausted because she does everything. Like, listen, we can relate to that.
Welcome to it,
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Like, we can definitely relate to that. But then John says Lisa doesn't want to hear what I have to say. And then she tells him to treat her like glass. I thought that was very interesting because she could be a bulldog, but if he hurts her feelings, he can shatter her.
Okay, so meanwhile, Lisa's running around like a bull in a china shop where everyone else is concerned. You're not
Right.
concerned with anybody else's breakage or glass.
That's true.
But
That's
when it
so
comes
true.
to you, girl, let's all put on the kid gloves.
Right.
Now, when they were having their conversation, it's very telling people's body language. His body language, his arms are crossed,
Yeah.
his shoulders are flexed back. He's like he's in a very defensive mode. So
Yeah.
that tells a lot about what their relationship is really like.
Yeah. Well, and then, because then she says, we've been married a long time and nothing is perfect. And John said, well, you're perfect, but
Yeah,
just
well,
not me.
everything you do is perfect.
That was very passive aggressive.
Oh, absolutely.
It seems to me like maybe he's had it.
I think it would be a lot being married to her.
Yeah.
I think it would be a
Especially
lot.
just not even just her, like just her trying to be what she's trying to be. Like, just relax. Like, we can
Just
see
be
you have a nice
yourself.
life. Yeah, just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
It must be fucking exhausting trying to keep up this, like, image. Like,
Mhm.
just fucking be yourself.
And John says, "We're not on the same page because, I don't think that you wanna hear what I have to say because you're already in your head thinking that you're right."
Yeah. Yeah.
And she says, "You're right," when he says, "Could you just listen to me just to show me that what I say matters?" I mean, I want you to really think about that. Imagine if your partner had said that to you. Is he saying, "If you could just listen to me just to show me that what I say matters?" He doesn't even want you to listen and provide feedback to what he's saying. He just wants you to listen so that he knows you're listening. That's like
Right.
majorly messed up
Yeah.
when you really stop and think about it.
Mhm.
She just can't.
I think
I don't know.
she's, like, hitting a wall. Like, I think she's, everything's just too much, which listen, leave the show. Leave the show. If it's gonna save your marriage, leave
Yeah.
the show. Understand these people. Like, is
I don't
fame
know.
that much? Even Bronwyn.
Yeah, obviously this is not something that your husband wants. So why?
No, you
Yeah, I
don't
mean, you
need
got
the
a great
money.
life.
Bronwyn doesn't need the money.
No, you got a great
Seems to be
life.
although I hate saying that about anybody anymore because I mean, Wendy Osefo, that whole thing with the
Mhm.
with the insurance fraud, and now there's another allegation out there that Shamia, a Real Housewife of Atlanta, she and her husband or her husband's under investigation for something. So I hate to even say that about any of these people because who the fuck knows?
Right, but what you're saying is, why would you go on TV if
Oh,
you got something like that going on?
exactly. If you
Why?
have any skeletons in your closet
Why
or
are you
you're doing
going on?
anything that's not 100% on the up and up,
Yeah,
what are
why
you
would you do
doing?
it? Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
don't know.
get caught.
Yeah. And like even Lisa, it's passive aggressive. She says, "Well, I think there's some truth to that, but I don't think it's just me." Like she just can't.
No.
She just
She's
can't.
no.
So honestly, I think that she needs a shit ton of therapy. It's like I actually feel bad for her. I really think that
I'm starting to feel bad for her.
she just doesn't know how to communicate correctly.
I think she needs to step away from the show. I really do. I don't know if she was always a narcissist, but I think she's developed into a narcissist because of the show, never being able to say she's wrong, always blaming everybody else. Like, I just feel like her stepping away.
Deflection. Yeah.
At least for her marriage.
Yeah, something. So then Mary comes over to Angie's, and boy, she came in hot.
She came in so hot.
I was laughing.
And Angie says she feels like she's going to the principal's office, and she should know because she was a regular. I thought that was great.
But now she's afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, she like bitches her out about the drink. She bitches her about because she answered the door. Ooh, I was like, oh, Mary's pissed.
Yep.
And then Angie says she wants to start with an apology. She says she knows Mary was trying to help her and calm her down, but she said it's hard for her to allow somebody to bully her and to not respond. But Mary says, Angie, you're kind of becoming a bully yourself. And Angie felt like she wasn't being a bully, that she was just responding.
Defending herself.
Yeah. But Mary tells you get so angry that you can't even focus and you don't even hear people. She says, we're in this sisterhood and I can't get you to calm down. So then what am I here for? And that, she's upset because she feels that, that Angie would allow someone to get her that mad that it's actually affecting Angie and Mary's friendship.
Right. Yeah.
And she said that's where the problem is. Yeah.
Yeah. She said Angie's acting different and it's a trigger for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't even think that Angie's seeing herself right now, which is very good advice from a friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good advice, like something really good for your friend to tell you. Like, I don't even think you're seeing what's going on right now.
Right. But Mary was still not having it. She was like, you're supposed to be my sister. Angie says, I am. She says, no, you're not. Find another one, okay? Sassy. I like a sassy Mary.
Me too.
And Angie says, I don't want to be on eggshells. I just want to be able to be myself. But Mary says, but you're different lately. You're going backwards. You're not evolving. You don't evolve by attacking somebody else.
Right.
And it tells her she's a little mean because she made fun of her fart.
I don't even want to get into it. It was so wild. I went to say weird and wild at the same time.
How about you should know the difference between my fart and the dog's fart?
I mean, at the end,
I don't know how Angie didn't bust out laughing.
Whether or not, like, Mary's like, you didn't smell my fart, and Angie's like, I did smell your fart. I'm like, I can't believe this is what we're talking about on Housewives.
I don't know how Angie didn't bust out laughing and be like, are you fucking for real? Are you for real? We're having a fight about farts now? Really, Mary?
Mean, I cannot even believe it.
Yeah. So Mary said she felt Angie was disrespectful to her on several times now, and it's making her pull back on the friendship. But I like this. Angie grabs her hand because she knew she had to break through this whole...
Yeah. And Mary's like, we're not there yet. But she grabs it.
And then Mary in her confessional says, I don't let people in, but when I do, you know how I feel about you. I have you on a pedestal. I want you to thrive. I always want you to win. And she's starting to get upset. And she says, when I love someone, I really, really love them. And she tells Angie that, she lives her life with a guard up because she's been dogged. It's just funny. This only happens for me every 20 years. But I loved it. Angie said, you are my person. And then Mary says, I didn't come here to cry. I came here to tell you off. It's great. And then Mary says she can't be without Angie. And Angie says she's going to work on herself. And they hug and make up. So that was nice.
Mary said, I don't think I can live without you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
Very sweet. Very nice. I think they have a great friendship.
Me too. I like to see it. I really do.
Then Mary and Lisa. Not Mary and Lisa. Good God. Heather and Lisa meet up at the store. This was a good one.
Katie Waltman. I didn't look her stuff up, but it looked very cute.
Yeah, it looked cute.
Oh, God, when Lisa asked Heather if she could bring glam on the yacht.
And I love how production went back to her glam meltdown in
Trixie's Motel.
Palm Springs, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Yep. And Heather said, absolutely not. You're not
No.
bringing glam.
No,
I
she
mean, you're
says
going on a yacht. Like, we've seen these yachts. Like, they're not, some of them are not like, you got 2 single beds in a room. You have a primary and then 2. So it like literally sleeps like 6. They're going to have to
she
upgrade
just
it to the
needs
one
to
that sleeps 8. But where do you think your glam is sleeping, asshole?
God, it's 3 days, for God's sake. Heather tells her that Whitney can do her glitter eyeshadow and liner, and Angie can blow out her hair, and she's like, "Oh, I don't trust Angie to do anything." And what a comment to say, "Oh, that'll be nice for Angie. She's never been on a luxury trip like that or a yacht."
Like, how does she know? How
But
does she know?
you gotta give not necessarily a huge Heather fan, but you gotta give her props on this one.
Listen, I was extremely happy to
She says,
see
yep, she
Heather.
says, "I'm not gonna haze Angie." So, Lisa calls Angie a mean bitch, and Heather tells her, if that's what you're calling Angie, then that's what you are too, because you're acting the same way. And you like this? Lisa asks Heather what she thinks Lisa did wrong. And there's no pause, no opportunity for her to answer. She did not ask her
No,
so that she could receive an answer.
no.
She
And she
asked her
said
so that she can give her opinion.
right. She says she's tired of Angie's digs. And Heather's like, I think she's tired of you digging too.
And Lisa, "Oh, what digs do I make?" Heather's like, "Are you kidding me? Are you for real?" And she said, "What you're saying you hate about Angie, exactly what you did." Lisa's, "Oh, like how? How did I go low?" And Heather says, "The soup man."
And
And then
by the way,
Lisa
you
corrects
just
her.
went low 2 seconds ago when you said that she's never been on a luxury yacht
Of
before.
course. Of course.
Every time you talk about her, you're going low.
Yes. She's delusional.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So then she corrects her and says that it is suit man, not soup man. So, Soup Man allegedly originated from the Call Her Daddy podcast. So, this Alex Cooper did a show with her friend Sophia Franklin, and Sophia's boyfriend at the time was referred to as Soup Man, and who was supposedly an HBO executive. So, eventually, those two split their and had their own podcasts, and Alex kept Call Her Daddy. And Sophia launched her own podcast. And then in 2023, Sophia had Meredith Marks as a guest on her podcast and told her that her ex-boyfriend, aka Suitman, used to date Angie K. So
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So I saw something quick about that. I'm glad you had the details because I saw something quick. I saw that it was suit, not soup, and it had something to do with the Call Your Daddy. But it's not very clear if she dated him prior to her and John being together. But I do think her and John were very, very young when they got together. So I think I think that this whole thing is insinuating
That Angie.
That's right. I'm sorry, Sean, not John. Sean, because it's Angie. Right. God, we're both screwing up the name. Right.
So,
Well, I don't know.
yeah, who knows?
I think I'm sure it was prior.
Yeah.
Whatever. But this is the thing. Like, why are you bringing that up, Lisa? If you don't dig on people,
Then
why are you bringing that
right.
up? I mean, I think I could be wrong, but I think Angie, Lisa, and Heather all went to high school together.
I think so. I feel like they did. I think you're right.
So
Well,
Lisa
listen,
might have known this just from, being an old class. I don't know, but
who knows?
why
Hey,
are you
listen.
bringing it up?
In Heather's confessional, she says Lisa's just throwing shit on the wall to see what sticks. And that could certainly be the case. And how do you like that when she tells Lisa there's a reason no one ever rides hard for you because everybody's been burnt by you and everyone at the table has a history with you where you have gone low.
Yeah. She says you're a
You know,
risky
if I
friend.
have a friend or even somebody that I work with and they said something like that to me, I think I would leave hysterical crying, but I would be leaving on the fact that like, "Oh shit, what did I do?"
Yeah.
Like,
But no,
how
that's
did I
never.
how did I fuck something up that bad that someone felt like they had to say that to me? Like, I would go into, like, self-reflection.
Oh,
that's not going on here.
She's never
Maybe I
going.
shouldn't go on the boat.
Right. That's her takeaway.
Defensive instead of listening, and then goes to walk away and says, and tries to bring Angie into that conversation. I don't know where she was going with that. And Heather says, you don't listen and you don't need to get upset. So Heather's making
she
sense.
didn't like that Heather was trying to make her accountable for her actions. When Heather said you're a risky friend, I'm like, I am so proud of her. Like,
Yeah, a big
Heather
clap
is
out to Heather
nobody's
on that.
employee. She is nobody's employee.
And then Lisa in her confessional. Oh, is Heather blind and deaf? How come nobody sees all the times everyone comes for me, starting with Heather? And then production flashes back to Heather calling Lisa out for saying Heather's a good time girl flashing her boobs. Well, I don't know what you were trying to say, Lisa, because you were the one who was coming for Heather.
Exactly. You said it first season.
Yeah.
Lisa wanted nothing to do with Heather. But this is where I struggle with Heather. A lot of times I think she just wants to be friends with Lisa so bad, although this is kind of proving me wrong, and I'm happy to say it.
Well, I think that you're right. I think that she always has wanted that. And I think
Because Lisa must have been like the cool girl.
But now that she's got it, now she's like,
yeah, what the hell was I striving for all these years?
What was I striving for? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lisa says, oh, I'm glad I gave you a book title.
Oh my God, she took credit for her book title.
Oh, it's just stupid.
What do you think about Heather doing that docuseries about breaking away from the Mormon church?
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, she's doing some docuseries. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, listen.
You feel like the book was enough?
Yeah, I just feel like, if it's not your gig anymore, it's not your gig anymore. It's still a faith, and a lot of people still believe in it. And for you to come out and, I don't know, like ridicule it.
But isn't that what she did in her book? So what's the difference?
Basically, I guess. I mean, it's like Leah Remini coming out against Scientology, I guess.
There you go. You know what I mean?
And that other woman who wrote that book, Unorthodox. Yeah, I guess people do it.
You know? So, yeah.
Yeah, freedom of speech, right? That's why we live in America.
Mm-hmm. So Lisa says she can move forward, but she doesn't think Angie can. And then Heather tells her that they all feel bullied by her. And that, like you said, she's a risky friend. And then she's just unbelievable. Well, I don't feel like I am, and I'm sick of being labeled that way. Girl, if people, like I said, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, oh, shit.
There's a common denominator here, and it's you.
Yes, and
You're
it's
the
you.
common denominator.
Right. If people keep saying the same thing to you, there must be a kernel of truth in it. Especially people that are close to you. I mean,
As Heather Dubrow said at a reunion to Alexis Bellino quite a few seasons back, when everybody's telling you you're dead, it's time to lie down. And I don't like the reference to death, but like this is like if everybody's telling you the same thing over and over and over again, you have to at some point stop and think maybe they're onto something.
Right. Maybe there's something I need to examine within myself.
If you can't find one person in this group of friends for you to go to and be like, and they're like, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. That's not really how you are. You can't find one person in this group of friends to say that. Not even Meredith.
Right. And
especially Meredith after what you did to her. And I'm not a huge Meredith fan, but I mean, that hot mic moment, lordy, like that was crazy.
So Heather tells her, I want to move forward with you, but until you clear it up or change, which I think was the operative word, it's never going to go away. And then we move to Brittany and her daughter, Olivia.
I'm so interested to see what you think about this.
So, first of all, she had to ask to hug her, which tells you a lot.
Yes.
Tells you a lot.
And it was an awkward hug. Which some hugs can be awkward, but
right.
You hope it's not with your daughter. Although my daughter's not a big hugger, and sometimes I make her hug me, and it can be awkward. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Don't be thinking I'm over here because I'm like getting all kinds of loving.
I make both my kids hug me from time to time. They don't love it. They'll hug everybody else, but,
Yeah.
Whatever.
So Brittany says that the psychic gave her courage to focus less on her romantic relationship and more on her relationship with her daughter. And this, to me, was so odd. Brittany tells the story that when she got divorced from the their dad, the kid's dad, she wanted to create a perfect family. And I stopped and wrote this down because I just like, did she just say that? She wanted to create a perfect family. So she got remarried. She said when she could finally be a perfect wife, then she could be a perfect mom. It's like, what? What?
I think this goes back to the Mormon belief that what makes you a good Mormon is being a good wife, being married.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what this goes back to.
I just don't think the bulb's real bright.
That is like a huge understatement.
It's barely twinkling.
I mean, it's out.
It's out. The light's out. So how about when she asked her mom, do you remember when we tried this last time?
Yeah.
So she had a 30-minute break between jobs and they planned to meet up at Brittany's house. And she came over and Jared came over at the same time. She said they made out in front of her and her mom didn't even look at her.
So weird.
So weird. Just bizarro.
Now, I thought her daughter got extremely fired up during this conversation, which, okay. But didn't you think that this whole thing was very performative on both of them? I thought her daughter was just as performative as she is.
Well, maybe like mother, like daughter. Interesting. That was your take.
Yeah. And I feel bad saying that. And I feel insensitive to what this girl's gone through. Because she said, my mom was a great mom. She was always there. She was at everything. And then all of a sudden,
when she was 12, when she was 12, she married somebody else and the switch went off.
Yeah. So, but I just thought I just thought for some girl who's never been on camera before, she
does pretty good.
She performed very well. But I could just be insensitive.
That's all right. That's usually my role.
I know. That's why I was interested to see what you thought.
I'm rubbing off. So Brittany says, I've been in the habit of choosing men over kids that I don't even get to see. And the daughter was like, whoa. You can't put that on us. You can't talk about how sad you are because you have kids that don't talk to you. So, interesting.
Well, it looks like they're going to try, right, to move forward.
We'll see. Hey, I think that's up to Brittany.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, her daughter says, I put myself in my shoes, but I would never do what you did. Why did you do it? And I don't think she knows.
I don't think she knows, and I hate to keep, giving her an excuse because I'm not a Brittany fan, but, I really think that, in the Mormon culture, your worth is in your marriage. If you're divorced and not remarried, you have no worth to them.
Right. Yeah, I guess. But, the kid said, you need to figure out why you did it so that doesn't happen again because she said it was her biggest fear. And then Brittany
that's the most important thing. Don't do it
Brittany
again.
says, you're my precious baby. And the daughter says that you know nothing about. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on with those two.
Yeah, I don't either.
And then Heather meets up with Meredith, and Meredith comes for a walk.
In high-heeled boots.
Yep, and a short skirt and boots. Even though she stubbed her toe, she still... I'm like, what are you doing?
Chipped her tooth.
Yeah, but why are you wearing those shoes? How about a sneaker? A sneaker.
Right.
How about a nice sneaker?
For a walk.
And then Heather tells Meredith that she went shopping with Lisa and she felt like she wasn't getting through to her at all. Says she loves Lisa and the friendships and she wants to defend her, but she doesn't want to be a fool. Pretty good guess there, Heather. And then she said she wasn't Lisa's friend for 4 years and the friendship is new. And it's the first time she's seeing how Lisa really operates, which I never thought I'd hear Heather say that.
Me neither. She
said Lisa has a very specific move to dig up dark skeletons and that she should have evolved by now. And then Heather asked Meredith, why did you let Lisa off the hook at Whitney's party? And Meredith said when they had their falling out, Lisa profusely apologized for years. And Heather said that's because she got caught and she couldn't deflect. She couldn't weave and bob. She was caught and she owned it because she had to.
Because she was on camera. There was no way for her to deny that she did that.
She had to. Yeah. And Meredith says she doesn't have a great track record with Angie, so she's going to give Lisa the benefit of the doubt until she has proof otherwise.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. from an outsider, man, Angie just seems like a much more stand-up person.
Most definitely.
I mean, she obviously likes the finer things, but she also obviously works very hard for them and seems like she appreciates them
Yes.
and doesn't try to pretend she has more than what she has. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Absolutely. Or is not so braggy. Just stop with the
Right.
bragging.
She doesn't flex.
Yeah, stop with the flexing.
Yeah.
And Heather says she doesn't want to be in a friendship where she has to watch her back. And Meredith says nobody should be digging up secrets on friends. And I was like, okay, Meredith. Okay, Meredith.
Right.
Okay, Meredith. And Heather said, a lot of us have done things, but we're able to say sorry for them. And she would like Lisa to do the same.
Yeah.
So then Mary and Angie go to Whitney's and talk to them about their preference sheets for the yachts vacation. I really would like a preference sheet for my home address. That's what I would like.
Me too.
But now you
Me
see,
too.
this is a thing. Like, I love Angie. It's just the way she says things sometimes.
I know.
Like, you could have said, my gosh, I saw this stuff online about Bronwyn. I wonder how she's feeling. Wonder if any of it's true. But, she has to bring it up as tea and you know what I mean? Like, just
Gossipy. Yep.
there's a way to bring things up, to still bring up the subject that you want to talk about without sounding like how she sounded. You know what I mean?
Quite honestly, we could have done without that whole scene. So this is what I think. I think production told Mary and Angie to go to Whitney's to talk about the preference sheet. Then production told Angie, you have to bring up the Bronwyn headlines. Because we didn't need that scene at all.
At all.
That whole preference sheet.
No, it's foolishness. Yeah.
Because quite honestly, with the what's the word I've been using lately? I forget. But the formula that Housewives has been going on, had we not needed somebody to bring up the Bronwyn headlines, what Bravo would have done was we would be on the yacht, we would be watching them on the yacht, and then they would flash back to that scene. Something would come up with a preference sheet where Mary's not going to eat something, and they would flash back to the scene of them in Whitney's kitchen talking about the preference sheet.
Right.
Only reason they showed us this now is because they wanted somebody to bring up the Bronwyn headlines.
Yep.
We see you, Bravo.
Yeah. And how about Mary saying she's been on a yacht before and she likes how it rocks her to sleep since she was never rocked to sleep?
I know.
It's horrible.
The references she makes to her mom, like...
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Sad.
Yeah,
it's one of the greatest joys in life is to rock your kid to sleep.
Amen to that.
Sad for Mary and even sadder for her mom. Like, come on.
I still remember with Tess. Like, we had a rocking chair that my grandfather gave my mother. And then Terry had it, Patty had it, and then I had it.
It's just
I still remember doing that.
Just very, very sad.
Yeah.
And then we wrap it up with Bronwyn and Todd meeting up and then, talking about this legal matter that was 10 years ago, dismissed and sealed.
So it was basically alleged identity theft? I think she said.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's what it was. But yeah, she said it was sealed.
And dismissed, so I don't know.
She mentioned that she made some mistakes in college.
Yeah, she said something about she, didn't pay her rent or something, which is nothing. Come on. So who knows what all this stuff is. But again, why do you come on a reality show when there's something that that can be brought up like that?
Well,
like, what are you
sealed,
doing?
Nobody's going to ever know about it.
But still, it's there.
It's there. Yeah.
And whether Bronwyn was being a good actress, playing the part of Bronwyn Newport or not, it did seem like she felt very bad that it was, could affect Todd and his business and how he's seen.
Yeah, man. Todd's the bankroll. Todd's bankrolling this whole all this shenanigans with the mother living in the house and the daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
You could have fucked this all up.
Yeah.
If this affects his work.
Yeah. But she does seem like she feels bad about it.
Yeah. She says she probably shouldn't go on the trip. And he says he doesn't understand why she would want to spend time with these ladies. And basically, there's a good chance that Lisa's guilty of starting or at least perpetuating these rumors.
Yeah. And I like how he says he wouldn't piss on Lisa if her brain was on fire. It's great.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. And Todd tells her, if you're going to go, don't come home complaining that you and Lisa got into a fight.
Yep. I
Right?
understand if you go, but don't come home and complain.
And don't complain about it because this is what you want.
Yeah.
So, next episode, Heather says Lisa's the problem. Angie throws up. And the yacht staff says they're literally killing each other in a British accent. So, that's all I have.
That's all I got too.
So, we shall see what madness goes on next episode.
I'm looking forward to the yacht. So, that should be next week, right? We should see them on the yacht. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Angie puke. But
no.
Other than that, I'm up for it.
Yeah. So definitely check out Wife Swap with Angie K. It was a good one. I forgot how that show worked. Like they followed how Wife Swap always did. You know, they go.
I used to love that show.
Me too.
I watched that all the time. It was
Me
so
too.
good. It was so good. Yeah. I think it was a brilliant move on Bravo's part.
I agree. I think them branching out from Housewives, like keeping Housewives involved, but doing other things other than Housewives. Because I said it the other night when we were doing Potomac. I'm just over it. Like, actually, Salt Lake City.
To tell me. You don't
I know.
need to.
But Salt Lake City, like, I'm still into. Like, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I don't mind watching that.
Honestly, the other ones, OC, over it. Miami, over it. Potomac, over it. Like, they need to get new people. They need new blood. We'll see.
And they need to make it be so, like, I've said this before, this whole, like, I don't know who in the world has these relationships because
that's the problem.
Don't.
No, that's the problem. They don't. These aren't real friendships. These are show friends.
Right. And I think that they make them so backstabbing and they make you not like the characters. And like someone like Tamara, if that's really not who you are, or even Lisa Barlow, if that's not how you, why in the world, I don't care what amount of money, why would you go on a show where everyone sees you and that's how you're portraying yourself? You're not even saying you're playing a role.
Right.
So even if you're acting, why would you? I just don't understand.
Totally agree.
I totally don't understand why you would want anybody to think that that is your reality, that that's how you really are. Whether you really are like that or not. It's just bizarre.
Totally agree.
I'm done with my Housewives rant. All right. So thank you for listening and watching. And we would appreciate some lovely reviews.
And downloads and subscriptions and
answer
tell
our
your
questions
friends
that we ask.
Yes. Interaction. Yes. We love it.
Yeah. Except for just don't call us old hacks. We already know we are. We know.
That's right. We don't need any reminders.
We don't need any reminders.
We have mirrors in our house.
Yep. All right. So good night.
Bye.